Hello guys and welcome to Which One Would I Buy, where I will be comparing two products and telling you which one I would ultimately buy. And the information will be based on the manufacturer's own brochures, because why not? But of course, I will be using my experience and infinite knowledge to tone down each point so that they are all grounded in reality. So for this episode, we are going to do Amazfit GTS 2 versus Amazfit GTR 2. Wow! That's right people, two products that are almost identical in terms of name with just one letter different. Well, let's have a look at what else sets them apart. Okay, so let's have a look at their official videos and see what we got, starting with the GTS 2. Alright, so a rectangular form factor, kind of like an Apple Watch clone. A lot of smartwatches take this form, so it's kind of boring if you ask me, but pretty safe in terms of design. The watch I'm using now is actually this form, and well, it does look good, I think. 3 colors. Alright. Now let's have a look at the GTR. Ooh, round form with 2 buttons. Okay, that's different. Oh, I like it. It's kind of less sporty, I think, but not bad. Okay, so square versus round. By the way, some people claim that Amazfit is made by Xiaomi and some people swear that they are not. So, which one is it? I don't know. Do you guys know? If you do know, please tell us in the comment section below. Okay, so first we look at price, of course. So, the GTS 2 comes in at $179.99 and the GTR 2 comes in at what? $179.99 as well. So they are exactly the same, people. I don't know why they're doing this. I mean, every other product in the world that I can think of, and I know 2 billion of them, even if it's really the same kind of, feature and everything and like comparable, they would have like at least like 0.99 cent different, just to keep it a bit different, so that when you go and choose, you choose like the cheaper one just for no reason. But here they have it all at the same price. Do you know why they do that? I don't know why they do that. Alright, in terms of design, so one is rectangular and the other is round. Just kidding! But not really. That is actually true, guys. One is rectangular and the other one is round. Moving on! Battery life. So let's have a look at GTS 2 and it's rated at 7 days. And Amazfit GTR 2 is rated at 14 days? What? Why would they do such a thing? I mean, what? Am I reading this correct? Let me see. 7 days and 14 days. Yeah. What? So for two products that has been quite similar up to this point, same price, one has double the battery life of the other. I don't get it. Let's have a look. Let's check if it's actually double. Okay, so let's do 14 divided by 7 is actually 2. So let's do it the other way. So 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. See, I told you guys, you can totally trust me. I know what I'm doing. So the GTR 2 is confirmed to have double the battery life of the GTS 2. A little note on the battery life too, guys. So, don't expect it to actually be able to last as long as they say it would. Like, you know, for GTS 2 they say it lasts 7 days. Expect it to be able to go for 4 days, and GTR 2 they say 14 days, so it's gonna shut down after 11 days at most. Realistically, like 9 days and it's gonna die on you. Okay, so like never expect it to be able to hold the charge as long as it says on the brochure. At most like 80%. Let's look at display then. So the GTS 2 comes with AMOLED display, and the GTR 2 also comes with AMOLED display. So another thing that is practically the same for both of them, guys. Wow! But since we are already on the topic of display, there's one thing that is very important to me in terms of smartwatches, and that is having always on display. I just don't like to flick my wrist and like keep flicking it and then you don't get to see the time. Like sometimes I used to have a watch that doesn't have always on display and I needed to know the time really quickly, and I had to flick it like 20 times until it finally shows up. It looks crazy. I am not crazy, but it looks crazy, and I just don't like that at all. I like to be able to glance at my watch and see the time. And I'm glad to say that they both have always on display, and they both have ambient mode for their always on display too. So in terms of battery life with always on, with the GTS 2 rated at 7 days, you would expect it to last realistically about 2 days, and GTR 2 they said 14 days, so you know, with always on maybe it would last 4 days with ambient mode. Of course, you know, some watch they have always on but no ambient mode, you know, like, and it just stays bright all the time. I don't know why they do that, and the battery just lasts for just not even a day, and that's bad. Okay, so for these two, they both have it and it's great. Because you know, at the end of the day, these smartwatches are in fact watches, and you know, the main function of watches is to tell you time. Like, you know, when those first iPhone first came out, they did everything so well except being a phone, and that was like one of the biggest criticism of like the first generation iPhone. And like a lot of these smartwatches, they without always on, they just don't tell you the time when you need it to tell you the time. I know I keep going on and going on about like always on and how much they make a watch become a watch. Okay, that's it. So since they both use the same AMOLED display, like comparable AMOLED displays, let's have a look at the watch face to see which one would actually look better. But of course, this is just like a general guide, because you know, Amazfit and every other brand actually, but Amazfit in particular, they do a really good job. But not Amazfit by themselves, I guess. Like the community does a great job of having a rich library of aftermarket watch faces. But let's just have a look as a general guide of what you would get, you know, right out of the box, in case you don't want to mess with all those aftermarket, you know, community produced watch face, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to. That's like the part of the fun of having a smartwatch. But here we go. Here we are with GTS stock watch faces, and I have to tell you, they look sexy. Wow. I like it, and I have always liked like the rectangular like watch faces more, but even here it looks really good, guys, and AMOLED display really shines here, and I'm liking this ambient mode also. The GTR 2, well, I have to say the watch face is not as sexy as the GTS 2. I don't know why they choose to do it this way. I mean, they could have just taken the GTS 2 sexy watch faces and just made it circular, but they didn't. So, well, I guess it's just my personal preference. I certainly like GTS 2's watch face that comes stock more than GTR 2's. You know what? I just realized something. So one of them is called the GTS and is square, and the other one is called the GTR and it's round. So does the S stand for square and R stand for round? Is that like Is that what they're seriously doing? Is that like, wow, that is kind of clever, but not so clever also? I don't know. Do you guys know? Leave a comment below. Alright, let's jump to water resistant. GTS 2 and GTR 2 both have 5 ATM water resistance. So you can swim with it, and what I do with all my wash with 5 ATM water resistance rating is I always, in the morning, I throw it in the pool, and then in the evening I dive down and I get it just for fun, for no reason, and they both will survive. So that's a plus. Let's look at sports mode. Okay, so GTS 2 90 sports mode, GTR 2 90 sports mode. Alright, so both of them can do 90 sports modes, guys, and I'm not gonna go through all of them. It's not even listed here, but you know, there's probably gonna be one for jumping off a cliff too, and yeah, that's gonna be not easy to find, but it's gonna be hidden somewhere and you can find it if you want to, but don't use it. I am quite a sporty person. I play a lot of sport, and I honestly, with all my watch, I only use like 5 or 6 modes at most. So 90 is like overkill, okay? So you don't need them. You only, you know, what it comes down to is how fast you can find what you actually want to use, you know, like how fast you can go into your jogging mode and things like that. Like, yeah, so, you know, even if you do like crazy sports mode, like I don't know, like standing on a ball or something like that, you're probably not gonna be able to find it when you want to do it. You probably won't even know it has it. Like, you know, 90 is kind of overkill and senseless, to be honest, but you know, you have it. If you want to jump off the cliff, it will have a mode for you. Wow. Of course, they both have sleep quality monitors with some crazy sleep monitoring technology, and it can measure how good you sleep, you know? And to be honest with you guys, all jokes aside, this is one feature that I never thought I would use with smartwatches. I was like, why would I sleep with my watch on, and why would I want to know how good my sleep is? You know, when I wake up, I know how good my sleep is. But then I started using it, I cannot stop using it. Like every morning I want to see the sleep score that I got, and like how long I slept, how long I was able to fall into deep sleep, and like how would that be improved. Like it would tell me how I can improve it and things like that, and I would strive to achieve a better score for the next night. So this is something that I cannot believe I'm actually using, but it is quite helpful. So if you have a smartwatch and you have this function and you're not using it because you don't want to like wear your watch to sleep or something like that, try it. I love it. So yeah, you know, guys, this is one thing smartwatch does really well, and I'm sure these two does it well too. And you know, I switched between two of them. They have the same sleep monitoring technology, so it no differentiation there. But I just wanted to bring it up to you guys that sleep monitoring is something you definitely would want to use. So a few more things that they both have: blood oxygen saturation level, all-day heart rate monitoring, and PAI health assessment system. So these two watches are really similar in almost every way, and they are like exactly the same in terms of price. So what it comes down to, I guess, is the battery life and like the watch face, which is a smaller matter than battery life. In terms of battery life, GTR 2 really takes the cake here. It has 14 hours of battery life as opposed to just 7 of GTS 2. So that's like a clear winner to me. And like the GTS 2 does have like a better watch face in my opinion right out of the box, but I think I would still go for the GTR 2. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go for the GTR 2. Because in terms of watch face, you can actually get like an aftermarket like community created watch face, which are gonna look good. And personally, I already have many rectangular form factor smartwatches, and I only have like one round smartwatch. So this one is gonna be like it's gonna extend my library, my collection in that direction, so that's also a plus. So for this which one would I buy episode, I'm just gonna give it to Amazfit GTR 2, guys, and that's it. Don't forget to press like if you like this video, and please subscribe. We are a new channel and we're just getting started, so every like and every subscribe is gonna help us tremendously, much more so for us because we are brand new, and any support is gonna be really helpful. So please do click those two buttons for us. Thank you guys. See you again later.